I think it's Russia. I think it's disgusting what they're doing. I think it's disgusting. This is Biden's war. It's not my war. But I said if I get in, I'll try and get the thing stopped. But I think what Russia's doing is very sad.
Just one day after one of the most intense attacks on Kiev in recent months, Russia has struck again. Described by Moscow as the second wave of retaliation for Ukrainian drone hits on Belgorod and Bryansk. The latest barrage targeted the capital overnight. At least 30 people have been killed, with more than 150 others injured across several districts. Emergency officials say missile fragments ignited a fire in a high-rise residential building. Video from Kiev's Obolon and Solomyansky districts shows gutted floors and shattered windows. Fire crews and medics have now been on high alert for 2 consecutive nights, clearing over 1,500 tons of rubble from multiple blast zones. The first round of strikes on July 31st killed at least 11 people and wounded dozens, marking Kiev's deadliest day this summer. That attack damaged a train depot and industrial sites. Ukraine claimed it intercepted more than 300 drones and missiles, but many still made impact. On day 2, Russian missiles reportedly targeted fuel facilities and what Moscow called military coordination centers.
Emergency and restoration work is underway in Kyiv at the sites affected by yesterday's attack. All search and rescue operations have been completed. Unfortunately, as of now, 31 people are known to have died. Once again, such a vile blow by Russia shows that additional pressure on Moscow and sanctions are needed. No matter how much the Kremlin denies their effectiveness, they are working and must be stronger to strike at everything that allows such strikes to continue. And it is very important that the world does not remain silent about them.
From Washington, President Trump condemned the strikes, but once again placed the blame on the previous Biden administration, calling the conflict avoidable.
I think it's Russia. I think it's disgusting what they're doing. I think it's disgusting. This is Biden's war. It's not my war. But I said if I get in, I'll try and get the thing stopped. But I think what Russia's doing is very sad. A lot of Russians are dying. You have a lot of Russians. More Russians are dying. But Russians are dying. Ukrainians are dying. You know, the United States isn't really involved in that war. It shouldn't be. And by the way, I made a deal with NATO where NATO pays us for everything that we send. We send them ammunition, missiles, etc. And we're not paying anything for that war. But I will tell you this. It should be stopped. It's a disgrace. And the ones that are dying are they're losing 7,000 now. It was 5,000. They're losing now 7,000 soldiers a week, Ukrainian soldiers and Russian soldiers. And they're also losing people now in the towns and cities because Putin's hitting them with rockets. No, I think it's disgraceful.
Trump also said the White House is reviewing a fresh round of sanctions against Russia, though he voiced skepticism about their impact on Putin.
So, yeah, we're going to put sanctions. I don't know that sanctions bother him. You know, they know about sanctions. I know better than anybody about sanctions and tariffs and everything else. I don't know if that has any effect, but we're going to do it.
Russia's Ministry of Defense has not commented on the civilian deaths, instead framing the strikes as targeted retaliation against Ukrainian command hubs. With air raid alerts still active across parts of Kyiv, officials say the number of casualties could still rise.